Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Yeah, whatever. Ben Reilly, Spider-Man's clone. He's the guy. He's got a sweatshirt. Yeah, that's how you know he's different. And he's a blonde hair.
Oh my. That's right, kids. It's the end of the month. Time for another Scarlet Spider episode. I am Phil. Joining me, as always for these episodes, the High Priest of Conchu and Sausage himself. It is.
Oh, salutations, meat lovers. It's me, Ray. Back again for another fantastic episode. You've sideswiped me here, Phil.
I know. I last minute, I wasn't even sure she was going to show up. But yes, kids, that is not Dave Finn of the Signal of Doom. That's right. You get a full month of Lilith Hellfire here on the Ultimate Spider Cast.
Morning.
Through sheer force of will, forcing herself to wake up on a Sunday, early Sunday morning.
Impressive, Lilith. Impressive.
I heard there was an open spot, so I was like, you know what? You're talking Superior Plus. Why not?
Oh, that's right.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, we might get a couple of guest stars. Yeah, because I guess we are talking some Superior Spider-Man in here, too. The greatest hero ever! Thank you, Charlie Puppet.
Nice.
Yes, Lilith, can you fill Dave's place? Can you bash CB Sobalski? Can you lust after Sydney Sweeney's boobs as confidently as Dave Finn?
I can do one of those two things. I'm never going to bash C.G. Sobalski because he did bring back Dan Chichester, so I
yes!
can't be mad at the man.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, he's got points for that, hasn't he? So...
Yeah. But Sydney Sweeney, yeah, I can do that all day.
Hey,
who needs Dave, eh?
That's right. There's Sydney Sweeney. Then Lilith, this one down here, touting their, system down there, like, oh, he's been off since his second child's been born. He has to go back to work in a month or a little over a month. Oh, wow.
That's really great. I love that people get family leave to take because it's important to bond with your children. It's something America doesn't understand.
Yeah, I mean, well, it varies, doesn't it? Depends on where you work. Certainly, I know in Australia that there are kind of lean paternity leave periods. So yeah, I'm just lucky. So.
Great, I'm really happy for you,
Mr. Mom.
Oh, hats off. Can I ask you guys a question? So, are there never any use for Kaine stuff, or
what synopses?
Just these two, yeah.
I mean, I found they're small ones, but there's
tiny ones.
Yeah,
I had to go.
Well, a lot of times we don't do synopses because we just we barely get to the issue.
Well, we do, but it's it's almost like a, this is what it was.
A second thought, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I like to give Phil, I love to give him a good ribbing because, Ben Reilly.
And it's not even Ben Reilly. Yes, cake.
Him and his niche things that he loves.
It's usually Sydney Sweeney's boobs. What did Dave do on his 4-hour recording of Signal of Doom? 15 minutes before we jumped on, and then
How can we insert a lesbian scene somewhere? Let's Dave.
I have to.
As long as they are really busty, yes, Lilith Hellfire is down.
Right. Well, Sydney Sweeney, come on. So.
Oh yeah!
Did you tell him about what you said?
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Ray, did you see next year they're coming out with a remake of Barbarella with Sydney Sweeney? Yeah.
No, see, all over that like a rash, Phil. Don't worry.
I know. You're on the spot with that.
Did you go to see Immaculate, or is it out in Australia yet? Because she's in
I haven't heard of it, but I don't think it's out. No.
Film, and she's dressed as a nun.
Oh,
it's a little
as a
fetish.
nun.
It's just a little niche, but
yeah, no, yes, I have seen that advertised. That was a while ago, right? A little while ago.
Yeah,
maybe?
I think it's still out though. Yeah, it came out in March.
Mate, I mean that does tick a that does tick a box, except for the horror element. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, and is it on Netflix down there? Because Madam Web hit Netflix up here.
Yeah, I think it is, and it's doing really well. Is it doing well over there on Netflix?
Is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's crazy.
Well, that's what we said. We don't have to buy an extra ticket. Say you already have Netflix. It's like, oh, it's not going to cost me anything. Yeah, I'm going to turn it on. You know,
you can actually hear what they're saying with or read what they're saying with captions. You can pause it. You know, if you need to. Wink, wink.
That is a good point, though. The wink one, of course, as well, Lilith. But the caption things, like, you guys, do you always put captions on? Because I find it really helpful. I try not to, but the way that, like, some of the volume dynamics in movies are, it's just ridiculous.
Modern movies, I have to have a caption.
We just talked about that last night. Yeah, about how. Yeah,
because like you have an action scene and you have it on a volume and it's just too loud, so you have to put it down. And then they go to a talking scene, and then you can hardly hear anything. It's like, what?
Well, that's right.
What happened to like sound mixing in the last 10 years? But like, I can't. I need a caption.
Me too. Yeah, it's really hard to listen in. Like when they go there. Yeah. Anyway.
But Madam Web was really terrible. Like, I don't know if it was like, it's specifically with the lead character. No shade to Dakota. Y'all know I love Dakota, but like, it was like something about her. She had like real bad mumbly mouth in that movie. So I'm glad to actually be able to like, I mean, not glad because the dialogue's awful, but I mean to make things a little bit more clear, especially with those scenes between Uncle Ben, quote unquote, and stuff like that. And it was real mumbly for.
Yeah.
Plus, I had kids rolling their eyes out of the side of their head because it was so bad.
So you saw it in the cinemas, right, Lilith?
Yeah.
See, so what was apart from the eye rolling, what was the kind of the general feeling in the
when I went? Not gonna lie, I had 3 kids with me, so that was 4 people, and then there were like a couple people in the down in the front, and then there were a couple people down in back. Cause I have to have like the center, or the handicap seats in the very back if nobody else has had them by the time I get there. So. Yeah. Those are like the 2 places where I sit, but I sat in the middle for this. Yeah, people were just like, they were really sad.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, God. Anyway,
it was a cool idea. It was a cool idea, but they should have just did Julia Carpenter. I don't know why they didn't.
Yeah, was it Julia Cornwall?
They're going to spend everything out of that movie, but it's like there was no love and care into it. It's like it was just done in 2 days. It's like the editor didn't care. It's just like even the actors didn't care at one point when they were in their interview.
Yeah, well, Dakota said in one of her interviews, she signed on for it, thinking it would look pretty good, and then
they tricked them into thinking it was in the MCU.
Yeah,
they tricked a lot
of
people.
And then they just changed everything, and she's like, "Well, this is not what I signed up for." So
yeah.
Pretty
I'm glad it's finding new life because I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is important because it was a female-led movie. I just wish they had a little more love and care.
Yeah, true.
It's Morbid time. I mean, it's Madam Web time.
And that's the thing with the Sony Spiderless universe,
Oh, and they've mentioned about, I think, Craven. That's coming out later this year,
They pushed it back. Thank God, because I was not ready.
I don't think the timing's right ever for maybe a few years. I don't know. Hold it.
Need to get it out of the way and write it off as a loss. Honestly,
I think that's what.
Well, that's where it's heading.
The last Venom movie that's coming out is going to be the last Venom movie with Tom Hardy. I don't know if they're going to try to reboot it because they just haven't spun it out. Like it was supposed to be this whole thing with the MCU. And that kind of fell apart. It's kind of crumbling on hold. So they're like, I guess, well, that was the last hurrah. We might as well just wrap it up and try something.
So are they, is there a greenlit Venom 3?
Yeah, it's coming out like next year, right?
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Interesting.
And that's it for Venom. Okay. And that was the best movie in the whole, the whole quote unquote connected universe. And that's a lot.
That is, I was about to say that. Dave loves it. I'm sorry, Dave, but I don't think Venom's that strong. It's enjoyable, but it's not. If it
was anybody else except for Tom Hardy, it would have flopped. I'll just put it to you.
Okay, I thought I was right. Okay, Venom: The Last Dance comes out at the end of October
this year.
Yep.
No, this year. Wow.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why. I think that's part of the reason they pushed Craven back is to make room for Venom.
That's idiotic. They need to. That's the best thing they have going. So they should have probably did the switcheroony on that one.
October 25th. So I wonder if they're trying to like time it for Halloween.
That's the slot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Venom, the original first Venom came out around that time, so that kind of makes sense.
Gosh. Oh well, I
Poor
think
Sony.
Because it's a Sony movie, so it's scary.
I think they're all dead ducks.
Always scary.
Apart from Across the Spider-Verse or whatever, what's the last one going to be called? Apart from that, I think
Beyond the Spider-Verse, right?
Beyond the yeah. Apart from that, I don't think there's anything else going for them.
I heard that they were going to try to spin live action off of that third one, like they break the fourth wall and go into the real world. I heard that that allegedly was the plot. Allegedly, I don't know. We'll see.
That kind of
maybe
new.
That's why they're trying to. I think that would be cool, but I don't know how that's going to work. But like, ever since Sony freaking tricked Disney into putting Andrew Garfield and freaking Tobey Maguire in that last Spider-Man movie, and people have been clamoring to have Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire like finish out their arcs and stuff. I think it's a possibility.
Yeah.
To do something kind of similar in live action with the Beyond the Spider, because like a lot of the people in Beyond the Spider-Verse would make good live action counterparts. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to that. Like I've enjoyed those first two movies immensely. So
I was absolutely flabbergasted that the first movie was so good. Like I did not, because it was so good. I'm just like, it's Miles. I don't know. Like it feels like gimmicky. It's like it's the only Spider-Man we have. We got to do something.
Yeah.
And it blew everybody away. And the second one continued to be good. And I think the third one's probably going to be the best one out of them all. So
yeah. Well, the second one I was kind of like you. The second one was like, well, how can they can't really replicate it again, can they? Like, it's going to be just like a nice sequel. But no, actually, I was surprised at the second one as well. I really enjoyed that too. So
yeah,
and we got Ben
The
Reilly.
multiverse too, but it was like
actually, I didn't care.
Multiverse is fun.
Yeah, they made it fun, and I definitely think Deadpool will make the multiverse fun as well. So.
Yeah, if they would have just named it Deadpool Kills the Fox Marvel Universe, it would have been
that would
Chef's
be funny.
Kiss.
Yeah. They couldn't get away with it though.
They got to let Wolverine's in there, even though you see him every 2 seconds in the trailer. But yeah,
bumps on seats.
If they could have kept that like secret though, because just off the sheer strength of Ryan Reynolds just being Deadpool and really having the momentum on that character and being a great producer and really being able to push that through, I think it would have been so cool to have it as a surprise. But they can't do that anymore. Like they don't trust their audience, and at this point with Disney, I totally don't blame them.
Yeah, we're gone to those days, eh? Anyway.
Yeah. The trailer tells you everything. Sometimes the trailer has something that's not even in the movie just to get you to get down.
I find really annoying. I remember, God, what was it? I think it was called Vertical Limit. You remember that movie? I don't know. It was a mountain climbing action film. Anyway, there was a trailer on there, and there was a particular scene. I can't really remember it, but it didn't show up in the movie. And I just remember going, God, you wait for it during the whole movie, and it just never arrives. Now I know like less to expect. What you said.
Back in the day, they didn't really try to do that. That just means that it got scrapped in editing, but they thought it was still cool, so they're just like, we'll throw it in. But these days, it's very misleading, like on purpose.
Yeah.
Look at that Suicide Squad trailer. Like, you thought it was a good movie. Haha, psych.
I remember seeing that. That was not good.
I mean, they thought they were going to save that with that quick scene in the beginning with
Batman, my favorite character.
Dang it, Phil.
My ears have blocked out that.
that actually kind of made it worse, honestly. Like, forcing that whole Batman Joker Suicide Squad. It's what actually killed it for me, and that's like at the very beginning. So it's just like, bro, I'm not here for that. I'm here for the Suicide Squad because I love DC villains. Like, I thought it was going to be really interesting that they started off the universe with a villain film, and they really just ruined it. It's what we're known for at DC, And they
who was the director? Who was the director? Is it someone?
David Ayers. I want to say.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah, it was shocking.
Which he had been flopping all over the place with Constantine, the TV show. So he was in a bad way with me already. Putting it on NBC, I was just like, we don't give NBC superhero shows. We've known this for a while. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So he was in a bad space with me.
Yeah. I think there's a big difference. I think there's a difference. It's interesting to know because both of you obviously are well invested. Well, maybe not so you, Liv, with DC. On and off
anymore.
But for myself, who hardly reads any DC, and to watch that movie, you'd hope that kind of movie would try and draw people who aren't necessarily interested, and it had no interest at all. I was curious to know though what DC fans would have thought of it, because like you would have had an innate, as you said, Lilith, an innate kind of joy or satisfaction of seeing them on screen, but then maybe being disappointed at them.
Viola Davis and Margot Robbie were the best things about it. I was just like, I was always apprehensive about Will Smith being dead shot and like all these like
he was in it,
stunt casting and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think Idris Elba in the Suicide Squad was like absolutely a better choice for me. In that particular character, and like it didn't feel gimmicky because like I don't know, it's just something about Will Smith. He's just corny by nature, and I just. Like if it's not Fresh Prince, I don't want, or Independence Day, or like you know, late '90s movies. I don't want to see you in it. Like I'm still pissed they're making bad boy movies. You know, like
I can't believe they are. What is going on there? What is it? Aren't they doing also a sequel to I Am Legend? I heard.
Yes, I'm very curious how that works.
And like it's in like time wise, like a real sequel, right? So I think they've all aged and everything. So that'll be cool. See how
I love that story. I mean, they tried to tell that story like 3 different times before Will Smith. I love the book. I love, I like zombies. And I thought it was interesting that they kind of made them sort of kind of like vampire zombie hybrids and stuff like that. Like the changes they made in the movie was really cool. I hope they use actual practical effects this time, because the only thing that really pissed me off was the Dark Seeker CGI for the first one. I really love I Am Legend. I think it's some of its best work. But let's be real, it's the dog carrying the movie. And when that dog, spoilers, dies, I was like, no!
Yeah. And, that CGI dated terribly. Like, it's awful. Yeah. But did you see also the alternate? Like, there was an alternate ending?
That's the only one that I recognize.
Okay. Yeah, it was good. It was, I enjoyed that one.
It's more true to the source material. But, that's what I mean. Like, sometimes suits are like, no, we gotta have a happy. Yeah. And I thought that I heard that technically the audience actually really didn't like it. The alternate ending is what a lot of people actually prefer.
Then why do they?
When it came out on DVD.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta have a happy ending. It's like.
It's a
studio.
Yeah,
movie.
Sure.
Like, do we have to?
But it kind of wasn't a happy ending, wasn't it? Like he died, right? So
died, but there's actually like a pocket of humanity. He's got the quote unquote cure, and it's just like no, that's not what the source material is about. No. It's a great book actually. Like that's that. If you have never read the book that it's based on, I think you should. WB's just flopping all over the place. Honestly, they're in their flop era, and I'm just so sad. Ever since the new guy came over and they've merged with Discovery, it has just been an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
So and Gunn they trust. So we'll see.
I
love Peacemaker, but do I want a whole universe full of Peacemaker? It's like, would you want everything to be Guardians of the Galaxy in the Marvel universe? That's kind of like what I'm scared about.
How much do you think he'll just how much will he just retrade? Like stick with his formula? I don't know. I mean, what did you think of? This is probably for another podcast, Phil, but. What do you guys think of the Superman? There's a lot of comments on the Superman still of him putting on his boots, right?
I like all the memes that spun out of it.
Yeah.
I like that he's going with Superman as the first movie, and it's not him. It's not like all dark and grungy. Like I like that, and I always said that they should kind of go with unknown Superman because that's kind of like the truth. I'm not saying that Christopher Reeve was unknown, but like. He wasn't like a mega superstar. Like
no,
Henry Cavill or like where he was when they decided to cast him. And then also you had Brandon Roth.
Yep.
So it's like it just makes sense to me.
Yeah.
To try that and to like really take it down to the like beginning of Superman, not trying to like be in the middle of his career, because like I feel like the best stuff about Superman where you really get to know him when he's like struggling to like integrate with humanity after leaving Ma and Pa Kent. I think that's just the most fascinating part of his life, where he meets Lois. I mean, it's just lots of actual human drama from that.
Yeah.
And you can connect a lot better.
If only they could replicate Superman 3! Superman 3!
It is Superman at a bar, looking a bit disheveled. That's what you need. But you hear that
you
guy...
You gotta build up to that, though. You gotta build up to that.
Yeah. You need two movies before that. But the guy as well, I saw, they did a comparison. What's the guy's name? John Corn, whatever?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest.
Anyway, the guy plays Superman. He's big. Like, he's taller than... like, they did the stats of how high and how heavy, they are and stuff. Like, he's taller than Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve was the tallest Superman, I think.
Yeah.
So,
today.
he's another 2 inches taller than that, so he's going to have a presence.
Oh yeah, he's 6'4". Yeah.
Yeah, he's. Oh, okay. I thought he was a lot bigger. But 6'4", but that's tall. So yeah, he's going to have a lot of presence, which I think Christopher Reeve had because he was just so yeah.
But like, here's the thing, and I love like the first Superman. First Superman still gives me chills. Will make you believe a man can fly. The whole tagline, I love it. The music, everything. But like, goddamn, does Christopher Reeve look old as hell? So does Margot Kidder. Like, so this kid, he's 30, but like he's definitely giving early 20s, which that's the only thing that really throws me off about the first movie. But I'm like, yeah, people looked older back then. Like, I have to always, as a 90s kid, I always have to kind of I grew up in the era of 90210. Zinger, you know, like
Did you? Yeah, there was a meme. Being 30 in the 90s, and it's like and they're just kid on the right hand side. Like, is he 30?
That sickly Victorian child, Timothy Chalamet, in that meme from like June and Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Like,
that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. Give me George any day.
Yeah.
George Costanza any day.
Costanza, can't stand ya.
You mean Uncle Ben? So see, Lilith, once again, you've fallen into the trap. Yes, we're completely off topic. This is why I keep saying this episode, this episode at the end of the month should just be Capes and Lunatics International and call it a day. Yes,
we're not doing Ben Reilly any, we're doing him a disservice, aren't we?
Well, he's not even in these.
It's Kaine.
Yeah.
Who cares?
That's why.
Oh, and there's a bloody chasm coming out, right? Oh, holy. Oh, anyway.
At
you
least
must
it's
be
not
getting
Hungry Goblin Queen. You know, that could have been a lot worse.
Oh, jeez.
Gobble, gobble.
Disrespect on the Goblin Queen, honest.
Gobble,
you know
gobble.
what? Madeline Pryor did nothing wrong. I totally agree with her. I would have done
gobble,
a lot
gobble.
worse. I would have went looking for the Phoenix Force and burned the whole world down, honestly, if Scott would have done that to me.
Exactly. Go for it. Just go for the jugular. Jeez.
Yeah, because you watched all of X-Men 97, didn't you, Ray?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. I loved it. Ate it up. I hope you guys loved it too. Cause I
was actually shook at how good it was because Disney has been in its flop era, so I was really nervous. I'm like, this feels like a cash grab.
I didn't know what to expect. It very much surprised me. Yeah, it's animation. So funny though, because then I was reading online, and surprise, online, there were some people who kind of like, oh, it's terrible writing, animation's crap, and
that's
just
really your internet trolls being trolled.
Yeah, I know. But it's just so weird. It's like, really? Because I thoroughly enjoyed the whole thing. Like, anyway.
Minus Rogue's booty being absent, I really like it.
It came back once. Did you see that thing? There's one shot. Where she gets it back. I think she's fighting, I can't remember, Bastion. And
she's absorbing somebody's butt. She's like, I'm going to fix this.
Exactly.
Implants.
No.
All right.
But, sorry, Phil, you were talking about 97. Were you heading towards something there?
Oh, no. I just see she mentioned Phoenix Force. No.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't see any of that. We saw it in the intros, right? We didn't see any Phoenix Force.
I mean, kind of, sort of at the, what was it, at the end? Nothing big.
Yeah. At the, fleeting, like a water phoenix. But no, you're right. But no, just because it gave that really nice tease at the intro, they got different images, and you had Jean Grey with the flaming phoenix. That was good. I did like how they kind of changed it a little bit. For a lot of episodes. Yeah, because you kind of like fishing for something every week at the beginning, having a look. Oh, okay, what are they gonna? Yeah, is that a clue? Is that or are they foreshadowing something? Yeah.
I don't know. It's just so weird because I feel like the previous cartoon had covered so much, and it was always like a shame for me that they had basically sped through the best arcs of the time when it came out. So I'm just like, what is X-Men 97 gonna, what are they gonna do? They found some material. Yeah, they did as well. But what are your thoughts? Might as well just get them now, because that was a big criticism, because they did fly through a lot of stuff as well. But I would have just started over from X-Men 92, honestly. I wouldn't have made it, kind of fleshed out a lot of those storylines, because so many of them are so iconic. But we still have a ton of iconic stuff to cover. It's just interesting how
absolutely, they're
going to cover it within that timeline, because a lot of the the best stuff came out in the 90s and before 97. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
They kind of tried to do the Age of Apocalypse in one episode, and it's just like, ugh.
oh yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've been doing a good job. I'm very excited for the next.
Me too.
Now,
I'm a
we
little
could
bit.
just get a good animated Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh, I would love that. Well,
I mean, where he actually punches someone?
Yeah.
But we'll get, hopefully, maybe. You know, people are clamoring for Spider-Man. Spectacular. Not Spectacular. The other one. Is it just Spider-Man in the 90s? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Spider-Man and even Fantastic Four. Which
I
is
think Fantastic Four was super underrated, honestly.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. I've only watched. I've rewatched some of it. A lot of it's dated, but the same way as X-Men was dated as well. So yeah,
I thought that they really did capture the Fantastic Four as that first family and stuff. So
yeah,
that's the most important thing to me.
I love the they had it on Disney Plus when Disney Plus first came out, and then they took it off. It was another Fantastic Four animated series. It was almost like an anime manga thing. Do you know what I'm talking about there, Lilith or Phil?
I saw it. I saw like an episode or two of it.
It was good. I really liked it.
Yeah, I think that up here, I think they actually had it on like Cartoon Network or something, Lilith.
Okay.
Is it the Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes? Or is that the other
something? I think that might be.
I think
2006. I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
It was like around that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks very anime. You know, I think or manga. But
it is kind of sort of in that vein because it was like 2006. That was kind of the thing.
I think they were going for Ultimate Fantastic Four.
Yeah, they were because they're pretty. Because Reed Richards, like he still has the gray, but his face is still kind of
round, cherub-like.
Exactly.
It could be whatever he wants.
So, you're right. Actually, you're absolutely
Not to break up the fun, but I did have a question.
Yes.
So this arc is during Sibling Rivalry, which is a pretty the arc in itself is interesting, but it's kind of a flop the way that they executed, in my personal opinion. But I do like that idea. He's like, I'm gonna go see Peter. Man, ain't Peter.
No.
You did a big boo boo.
And then
and then the Jackal shows up. I'm just like, damn it, Jackal.
I know. Yeah, because Kaine shows up, and then Otto's like, oh yeah, this is the guy who snapped my neck and killed me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, I was just like, ooh, awkward.
Don't disrespect Otto Octavius, the greatest hero of the Marvel Universe. Ah!
I really like that premise, but the execution I just was so mad with.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I found it cool. Like, at the end, though, even Kaine still thought it was Peter, right? Still didn't realize, had no idea it was Otto, right?
Yeah, he never.
Kane's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
No, but it's just like he's like, why? Like you threw out, it's like, why are you acting like this? It was really funny. I thought. But yeah, interested to know, in what way don't you think it stuck the landing?
Clones. It's always got to be clones.
Yeah. Oh, like the Jackal and him wanting to. It did seem like a bit of a rehash, Phil. I don't know about you as well.
Yeah,
like this is another Jackal.
By those weird humanoid spiders, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Lilith and I really discussed it briefly when she said she might show up today. I'm so proud of you. Again, it was probably again, there's only like 5 more issues of Scarlet Spider in this series, so it's like we were saying maybe it was a thing to try to boost sales. Because Superior Spider-Man was such a big thing at this time.
Yes, yeah, but I think the downside of it was, it was like the Jackal. He still fails to impress.
The Jackal.
Yeah, still fails to impress me, Phil. Like, during the whole Clone Saga, and when he comes here again, it's like, oh, he's doing the same shtick. Like, I liked Carrion because he's severely underused. I love Carrion as a character. But yeah, Jackal's like, oh, okay, well, this is predictable. And he's that kind of smarmy, friggin' smart-assy self again.
Well, I was going to say, what do you guys want? He's a creepy college professor who's stalking one of his students and couldn't let it go so much that when she died, he had to clone her so he could keep stalking her.
I mean, I live in a glass house and that I'm trying to build a sex robot, so, yeah. At least I'm not a creepy professor that stalks my I have that going for me.
Yeah, creepy professors are the worst!
Also, wasn't this part of like that stupid Marvel Now stuff too as well?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was.
Red She-Hulk and like A+X, all that stuff. Yeah, I went there, A+X.
Yeah, no, Marvel Now.
Journey
You're
into
right.
Mystery.
Yeah. I mean, look, it was good to have, Superior Spider-Man. It's great, like team up. As you say, they have that kind of connection of him killing Otto. So that was nice, and it was just kind of nice to see them. Like Otto was surprised as well at like how this clone was more ruthless than Peter. Saying, he mentions a couple of times, "Oh, look, Peter wouldn't have done that." Like this guy's pretty rough. So I like that. Again, it adds to that kind of persona of Scarlet Spider, which we've seen Phil throughout from issue 1 to 20. That he's like the Punisher, kind of. Yeah. Punisher Spider. Which is good. A really cool thing, again, just off the top of my head, was who was it? Someone went into Ben's. Oh, was it Carrion? It was Carrion. Went into Kaine's mind, and then Kaine said, "Well, you don't want to go in there." And he actually beats Carrion. This was in the second issue, I think. He beats Carrion because Carrion looks into his mind, and it's so feral and animalistic in there that Carrion kind of gets discombobulated. I thought that was pretty fun.
Was that the second one of this series?
Yes.
That was that. What was it? That generic like fire guy or whatever? Or it was a new villain. I thought. Yeah.
Oh no! I mean, in this two-parter.
Oh, the two-parter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Carrion. Yeah. That's good. Well, it happened before as well with the guy with the fire. Yeah. That was good.
I do want to say the thing that carries this particular book right now is Mark Cicchetto's art. I love Marco Cicchetto.
Cicchetto's awesome. He's absolutely. And actually, the second issue was, I thought, like the painted kind of artwork.
Yeah.
Who did that? I'm having a look now.
K Studios in Hyuk-Lee.
K Studios in Hyuk-Lee. Yeah, he does a lot of covers. Actually, he does a lot of covers now. He's done a lot of Spider-Woman covers more recently in the Color Pacheco run. But he's amazing. I love like having that. There's an opener where he's like dreaming.
Yeah,
Kaine, but then it flicks.
Real dreamlike quality, super hyper realistic. It's
and then it flicks to Ian Hyuk-Lee's artwork, which is amazing.
Well, you're always going to get Ray with a pit of naked blondes, so.
Same.
Oh,
she's got a headband on too. Perfect.
I told you. A headband is always, whether you clone her or not, that headband's always there.
Got to pander to your audience.
Remember that 90s issue, Ray, where they cloned her and she comes out, she's completely naked except for the headband. Yeah,
exactly. Of course, it's stuck to her head. Like
it's like she's iconic.
Yeah, otherwise we wouldn't know who it was. It's like she's just blonde.
It's like Wolverine's adamantium skeleton. No matter what, she comes out with that headband.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I think, Lilith, just further to what you said, the art in general, like Cicchetto's, but also this one, in Hyuk-Lee's, I think that really stood out for me in the second issue.
Yeah, Scarlet. This is like, I came in to tail end. So what are you guys doing next for Scarlet Spider?
I mean, we've been going in order, so it'll be 20. Hold on, it'll pull it up, but I think it's like 21 through 23 for Kaine Scarlet Spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and after we finish this series, hold on, I can look, but
we're gonna do Chasm. No,
I mean, no. I think no.
I think he might be petty about that. I don't know.
I mean, we'll see when we get there.
At the beginning of the the Superior Spider-Man team up one, where he's like, "Is that any way to greet your evil twin?" And then he's also like, "That costume, I've seen it before in the news. A story about a new Spider-Man in Houston of all places." I'm like, "Ooh, yeah. Houston gonna get you. You don't mess with Texas."
Don't badmouth them.
I love their banter though; it was pretty cool.
Yeah, the banner was
great. I
find
the dialogue a little tedious, a little Bendis-esque sometimes, but this one was pretty straightforward and pretty snarky.
Yeah, I think Yost has a good handle of well, I mean he's doing the series, but he's got a good handle of that. Actually,
you'd be surprised. Sorry, that's Phil's job. We've been trying to be nice to him because he's going through a divorce.
Oh, Who Yost?
No, Zeb Wells.
Zeb Wells.
Oh, Zeb Wells.
Yeah, his ex-wife's living her best life. She is upgraded.
Ray's like, you leave Zeb Wells alone. He brought back Tombstone. Leave him alone.
No.
I was enjoying that part. I thought it was interesting that he didn't dig too far in the well, but I thought it was interesting for that particular character and like the arc that they were doing for that, because I was like, oh, you actually care about side characters. And then I was like, oh, the arc after that. No, you don't.
Yeah, I can't say like I'm enamored with Zeb Wells' series. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not the best like Amazing Spider-Man I've read.
All right, well, you know something's wrong when you can't hook Ray with the Tombstone story, okay?
No, that Tombstone was great. Don't get me wrong, I love that one.
Yeah, no, like I said, I thought that was interesting, but like the arc after that, I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Like there are some elements of, I know this is kind of obvious, but there's some elements of Spider-Man like comics that you just want to see in there, similar to like Fantastic Four. You want to see that kind of like relationship, kind of drama, and I think Zeb Wells did that with Tombstone and his daughter really well. And it's it's not just your typical. It's not just Peter and Mary Jane or whatever, or Peter and Aunt May or his friends, having that side of the criminal.
Yeah, there's certain things you want to see in a Spider-Man comic, like his
a marriage.
Marriage, yeah.
Yes, of course. That too.
Like we have so many single spider people. Why not? Why not?
Yeah. Didn't someone say that they are not going to touch? Did Zeb Wells say that? Like they're not going to? There's absolutely no chance that they will get them.
I don't know. That's what we said. We're like,
we said it's been so long. There's somebody there that's still there, that's been there this whole time since Brand New Day, and they were just absolutely adamant about not. So whenever that person gets fired, we might get the marriage back. We got to find out who it is.
What we said, the new issue that came out this week was the legacy numbering was 944. We said, come on, 1,000, bring back the marriage.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Lilith gave him permission.
Me
and well, they do like 2 a month, so it's not this far.
They almost need a big event to undo Brand New Day.
Again, Lilith and I gave them permission to milk it for all it's worth. Charge us whatever you want, but put out specials, put out whatever.
Like cover your ears, Ray. I mean, like they made a whole wedding album for Batman and Catwoman, and they didn't even marry. So
yeah.
Everybody ate that.
I found that the most hilarious. Yeah, I found that the most hilarious thing. I
love Batman.
It did numbers.
Well, it did. I mean, that's the whole reason, right? And yeah.
Tell him the best part. Yes, we put out a big marriage. A big
wedding.
Love
to see Mary Jane in a Vera Wang dress, and honestly, who I would want to do the wedding issue is John Byrne. Especially the honeymoon issue.
Well, we even said do it, and then do a honeymoon issue drawn by John Byrne and Todd McFarlane. Boom.
Mm-hmm. We have it all planned out. They can call us.
Yeah.
Call us. We got you, bud.
How about Eric Larson? Get him in there.
Yeah, everybody's welcome back.
And get his Savage Dragon flavor in there as well.
Oh God, no, why?
I also think that needs to be the time that Kingpin actually makes a big return too. I think it just to set everything back to what we want to see.
The status quo. Let's bring it back.
Everybody kind of needs a status quo reset at this point. I feel like it's been a mission creep for quite a long time for a lot of like our main street level characters. I think that's been the main problem with.
Well, that's the problem. Yeah, because they never want to say, "Oh, we're rebooting," but they try to do like the soft, quiet reboots.
Like, so for like Daredevil, I like that he's kind of more grounded and we're back in his head and he's getting his stuff together.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, we just slowly make like as we creep towards Spider-Man 1000, like I feel like, because let's be real, Spider-Man's the best selling book that they have. Well, Ultimate Spider-Man at this point. Still, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So, I feel like everything should naturally, organically flow out of the changes that sleep in the Spider-Man. That's what I mean. Like, we have like a little shot of Kingpin coming back for Daredevil and whatever else needs to be fixed in the other little points.
Speaking of organic, anyone else find it creepy when the Jackal's like, I took blood samples and saliva samples and some other samples.
Some old school, experiments, if you know what I mean. Like we're gonna get, man.
Such a creepy jerk, man.
Yeah.
I took all these samples. You got to hand it to me. Ha
ha. I know.
Jackal. Just really. Yeah. The worst villain you could possibly have. But you're right. I think 1,000. 1,000's huge, right? That milestone is huge. It's got to be.
It's such a shame that it's not just volume 1.
Yeah.
It's taken, 8 volumes at this point to get to 1,000.
And again, it's so horrible that they, kind of kick the legs out from under them. Fantastic Four should have been the first one to get to 1,000.
Of course.
Yeah. As much as I love Spider-Man, Fantastic Four should have been first.
Well, never make a deal with Fox. I guess we don't got to worry about it because Disney owns Fox now. But I think that was the moral of the story.
Yeah.
What happened to X-Men? What happened to Fantastic?
Namor.
Back in house now, though.
Namor.
Lilith Namor, the oldest.
Well,
Marvel.
they gave up on Namor.
Start at the beginning. They should have kept Volume 1. He would have been, what, 3 billion now. Issue 3 billion.
They're like,
old?
screw you, DC.
My favorite biscuit. My favorite biscuit.
Oh, yeah. Justin loves a little bit of Seabiscuit. So.
I mean, if they had... Seabiscuit,
My
nice.
favorite biscuit.
I mean, if they had been kept going from the beginning, I mean, Captain America could have did that, too.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, they had a little bit of a head start and a little bit more brand recognition, if we're being real, for, like, mainstream appeal. And they kind of blew it. I mean, they went bankrupt. Like, when you have to sell Spider-Man movie rights to Sony.
What a crazy... Yeah, and Fox as well, like with the X-Men and stuff. That's, dire straits.
They've rebounded. And kind of
But look at them... Yeah, exactly. Look at them now. Like,
doing better than DC. I, as petty as I am, I can admit it. As salty as I am, I can admit it.
what is the future for DC? Do you reckon, like, are they still going okay? It's like...
No.
No, they're not? Yeah.
Well, they have that new animated Superman TV show. They have the Harley Quinn show on Max. The animation is almost always going to be their rock solid like thing that they can go to.
Well, I was about to say that they regularly release animated like movies, right?
We don't talk.
Well, oh no, not good.
Not for a while. I mean, like they have a new universe right now that a lot of people seem to be.
Yeah, but aren't they blowing that one up too after Crisis? There's like a 3-part Crisis on Infinite Earth, aren't we blowing up?
I can't wait to talk about it once the third part comes out. Like I thought that the first one was really good. We'll have to see how they actually do the follow through. I feel like they kind of rushed that. Like that's the thing. Everybody wants to rush to the good part, but they don't want to do the building that leads to it. And that's my main issue. That's just modern business practice at this point for comic book release.
Yeah.
Because the drama of Crisis on Infinite Earths is like, all these characters. You love all these characters. There's worlds disappearing, which is why I kind of like, for the event that kind of brought Superman, Lois, and his kid back, it was a slog to get through. Convergence was an absolute slog to get through, but we needed it.
Okay.
To appreciate Superman.
And look how successful like a superhero with a wife and kids is now. Come on.
In red and blue, no less.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, I know. Take note, please. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think My Adventures of Superman is coming back. This weekend?
Yeah, it's
yeah. So that's out. The Harley
now
Quinn.
everybody's like, but I will say, like, I didn't specifically like the '90s animated Superman. I did like the crossover when they brought in Batman, and so like people are kind of like, when are they gonna bring in more characters? I'm like, they can't bring Batman into My New Adventures or whatever. It's too soon. Like I feel like that show hasn't really proven itself or earned it yet. It needs to stay in its own little pocket and worry about Superman. I'm still worried about the development of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, all these series it's harder now because you only give them like 10 episodes, if that, a season. So
yeah. Well, hopefully after being proven, like after proving themselves.
Yeah, it's like nobody really gets that many.
I miss a 24, 26, 32 season of animated stuff. Like I do. Like, I don't know. They just don't. To be old and stodgy, they just don't make them like that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I was lamenting that with Dave on his show, and we were just hoping that X-Men 97, the second season, will bump up to 20 odd episodes. I don't know how realistic that is, but
I think maybe season 3 we could hope for. And hopefully we have more than 3 seasons. It's something about, I don't know if that's like a modern thing anymore, but I know like back in the day, like they'd be like, oh, we really don't want to go past 4 seasons of an animated show because it's like the cost, the sunk cost of it all. They're like, we could just start a new one. So.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a shame. Yeah.
That's like standard practice for animations. But I mean, like Rick and Morty is like more than 10 episodes, I think, in it's in season 8 or something. So there's a couple shows that kind of have not gone with that formula lately.
Well, that's why I wondered if that's why they did all those cameos in X-Men 97. It's like, oh, we're going to spin out, an Avengers show out of this, or Spider-Man or Daredevil or something,
Oh, how good did Daredevil look? It was awesome. But yeah, no, that would be great. I mean,
animated Daredevil?
Yes!
Yeah.
I mean, because it works so well with Spidey. Like, so you have Daredevil, and you saw him flipping around. It was fantastic. And then you get into his whole, Matt, going out with, everyone.
It'd be great.
So,
it'd be great.
Daredevil.
Yes, it'd be great. Matt, a Daredevil show with him on his mushroom trip of.
The and no sense you run. Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's my theory.
Yes.
That
I remember.
he went and tripped with Mephisto, did some Mephisto's mushrooms.
That
and
is a blast
he's
from
still
the past.
stuck in his head. Nothing will ever be as good as Mephisto's mushrooms. Shout out to Anna.
All right, I forgot about that.
Was that the whole with twin?
Was that the whole with the caterpillar as well? What? Did you see that? Or maybe I got that wrong. No, I'm getting them mixed up. Don't worry. That was Doctor Strange and the Alice in Wonderland caterpillar smoking the hookah.
No. Well, I mean, we say he was just high, but it was only when he left New York and he was wandering around upstate New York, and then eventually he makes it. He's in Mephisto's realm. Yeah, he's in Mephisto's realm, and then at the end, the Silver Surfer has to come in.
Yeah. Mephisto has a thing for Peter and Matt, and it's a weird thing. It's a weird coincidence.
Yeah. Oh, it would be the best, especially for us, Lilith, if they did a Daredevil animated show and they started animating Chichester issues.
Black Armor, give us
yes.
Black Armor
and also you get Charlie Cox to voice him. That'll be cool.
Ooh.
Whoa.
And so he can, because you know how he looks like, he sounds like he's pretty keen on and very honored to play Daredevil. Well, he can still do, and he talked about his knees are kind of a bit crook now. He's getting on, but if he could, he'd play Daredevil for another 10 years. Play it in animated,
yeah.
Yeah.
Just
lend your voice.
Oh, Ben Urich, played by D.G. Chichester.
That's the only thing that get me to like that damn character. I'll tell you
that. He's got a good voice. He can be anything.
I know. He's got a good voice.
Be anyone. Yeah. The Arranger.
No.
Really cool.
So see, Lilith, this is how we talk about the issues, but we don't talk about the issues.
We talk about them around them. Yeah.
At this point, it's Davis strung up CB Sobalski and Effigy.
Sorry, Dave. I can't. You can't make me hate him.
I don't know. I'm not saying you have. No. I'm not saying you have to. Sometimes usually me and Ray are sitting here going, "Ooh, move back down, kid, back down."
Just quiet, just kind of sitting back. No, but Dave's funny, and he probably would have said something controversial by now for sure.
Oh yeah, sure. And maybe the ghost of Gardner Fox may have made an appearance.
Yeah, exactly. He loves that, and a G.I. Joe reference.
Yes,
Larry Harmer. He loves Larry Harmer.
Have you ever had him on the Energon yet?
Who?
Phil? Dave?
No. Yeah, that would be a trip.
Is that Transformers? Or?
Yeah, it's Transformers and it's the new Transformers and G.I. Joe stuff that they're doing over at Image. Yeah. But me, Justin,
with Larry Harmer, right? Yeah.
He's still technically no, he's not in the Energon stuff because they're doing separate Transformer stuff.
Those little spin-offs, right?
But they're still letting him do the original series. That he started in the '80s. So I mean, that G.I. Joe series, that's up to over 300 issues now.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Talking about longevity.
Yeah.
With the bone. It's almost like Denny with Azrael.
I mean, that series has gone through at least 3 different companies, and he's still writing.
Still running. That's great.
I think it might be in the contract. Larry Hama has to write it wherever it goes.
Imagine he doesn't want to do it. I'm imagining he does, but imagine he's obligated to.
Well, that's what I asked Justin and Russell. I said, do you think they would keep this going, when he ultimately, eventually passes away? I'm like, because this thing is so Larry, I
don't know. I think they would let that go and let the Energon universe be the thing. Because he's on in years, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think he's not a young man. No,
he's 74.
Desiccated.
70.
Oh no.
Again, he's been
he could be president if he wanted to.
Again, he's been writing that G.I. Joe series since 1982. So yeah, he's no young man.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. 74 these days. I mean, writers.
Well, and the crazy thing is, he was born in 1949, so that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jeez.
So, yeah, I think they would probably let that out of respect. I think a lot of fans would probably be upset if they did keep going. Yeah. Would you be upset? Would you want to see somebody else continue it, or does he have a son? If it was a son or somebody in the family,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's what I said. Unless he left intricate notes for. I'm like, that's what we were joking about.
It's George R. R. Martin. We know that he's never gonna finish those last 2 Game of Thrones books, so it's just did you at least have an outline?
Yeah, do something so someone can pick it up.
For your editor, damn it.
Because we said maybe we'll be locked out. Maybe he'll leave like intricate notes. Oh, here I plotted it out to like issue 500. So yeah, just follow this roadmap.
Yeah. Easy money for whoever picks that up. Just,
But no, the Enertron universe has been interesting. Like the Transformers have their own book, but G.I. Joe, they've been doing like mini series. They haven't done like a regular G.I. Joe book yet.
Scarlet.
Well, they did Duke and Cobra Commander, and now Destro and Scarlet are about to start, and we're going to have an interview here soon with the writer of Scarlet when number 1 comes out, Miss Kelly Thompson.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you mentioned, she's awesome.
We love Kelly.
Read her stuff anytime. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did she just win something, or she's nominated for Birds of Prey?
Yeah,
I think.
Someone told me
that new run is great.
It is.
By the way, Ray. Like, I mean, it's ladies, and she's switching up the team. Like, I still say I wish like we got more Big Murder. I love her take on Big Murder.
Black Canary.
Lilith, we know how to sell a book to Ray. Black Canary's in it every issue.
Exactly.
Oh, good, excellent.
Yeah,
I'm in.
See.
And Kelly Thompson as well. Yeah, win-win. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, Lilith, didn't you have some Tigra erotic stories to sell to Ray?
Oh yeah, we were joking because I told him like I've been trying to write a book to get on like the Kindle train where everybody's writing those trashy, spicy novels. And I was like, I do take fan work commissions. I was like, maybe a nice Tiger Hercules erotic rom-com.
Oh, have you got PayPal? Lilith?
Of course.
Right.
Can you ship a digital book in a brown paper bag?
The cover, the cover art's just a brown paper.
It's just a book. It's just a book, Eve. Don't worry. It's just some nighttime reading.
It's research. Don't worry.
Research. Oh yeah, it's for the podcast. Don't worry.
No, I think if you want to get Ray, you got to do the orgy with Tigra and Madrox the Multiple Man.
Well, that's not a bad idea,
orgy.
to be fair.
But is it an orgy if it's like one guy, really?
I mean, it kind of goes back to like The Watchmen, where he's like doing his work and he just did like, he's serious business. Where he's like, no, I'll send my other guy to do that.
Lil's like, I don't care how powerful you are, I'll murder you. You do that to me.
I need your full attention. Full attention.
Until Lilith is done, then it's like, get your Egg McMuffin and get out the door. You're done.
Here's the Uber. Get the hell out.
Sugar.
Oh.
So were there consequences for him making a clone of a clone, by the way?
I don't know.
Or did we ever get that
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever really got
we'll find
to this.
out. We'll find out, won't we?
I'm trying to remember. Again in this Kaine series, there's only like 5 more issues, and we kind of dive. Spoilers. We'll dive into some Kaine stuff, or not Craven stuff here soon. So yeah. But after the Kaine series, we'll do like there was like a Spider-Verse mini series. We'll do that one episode. Then after that, that we'll get into Clone Conspiracy, and then we'll get to your favorite Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider series by Peter David. So.
Yeah, I didn't really like Clone Conspiracy, but I'll have to reread it again.
Yeah,
I wasn't too happy with it.
Anyway. I mean, yeah, I was like, should we add this? But again, it's where they actually bring him back.
Yeah, so I was gonna say,
yeah. Oh, it's pretty big for Ben Reilly, so yeah absolutely.
It's just all the clones at this time. Like, that drove me up a wall. Like, every time you turn, clone this, clone that. I'm just like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a horny Doombot, but whatever. Bring back horny Doombots in the Marvel Universe. That's what we've been missing in the MCU. I'm just saying. And apparently we might be getting Doom, so I'm super excited about that.
Ooh,
I don't know who I want to play Doom, though. Like, that's I can't think of anybody that has that punchable, conniving.
Can't think of anyone as well. No, it's gonna have to be. That's a make or break. I think you have to get a good Doom.
Good presence, but it's got to be kind of petty too.
Can you act smug while talking about yourself in the third person?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, and
Tom Ellis, honestly.
Oh, maybe
Lucifer?
Tom Ellis. Yeah, maybe.
I'm not sure who that guy is.
Lucifer.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody also said Adam Driver, but I'm like, no.
What's that guy, John Hamm? Is he bad or good?
Oh, John Hamm.
He's kind of old, though. I don't think they're going for old. I think the Fantastic Four are going to be pretty, like, in their mid-20s. I mean, Well, Reed Richards needs to be like 45. So it's
Oh my!
Oh, jeez, Reed's doing something right. So, anyway,
Oh yes, and Ray, as a Patreon subscriber,
yes,
this summer you're going to be getting an episode. While Lilith and I will be recording while we're on a secret road trip. This at the end of June, we're taking a secret road trip.
I was about to say, what haven't you guys done? Seriously, your stuff is gold on Patreon, and everyone who is listening, please consider throwing some coin Lilith and Phil's way. A bit more for Lilith because she's got fan fiction happening. So
Yes,
Okay, I do have a good fan casting for Dr. New. He is a little old, but I love him as an actor. Viggo Mortensen from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in
He's
years.
He's a very good character actor. He gets into his characters, and he has a presence.
He's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
That would
how
be
old
my
is he
top
now?
two
Well,
picks, I think.
he's.
Well, he doesn't need it. He's got Lord of the Rings money. It's the same thing with Elijah Wood and those guys. Like, they haven't had to work in 2 decades at this point. Everything they do for fun.
Yeah.
So kind of like Daniel Radcliffe. Like, all his movies post Harry Potter are weird as hell, and he did a play where he showed his penis. Like, he's just living his best life, living off that Harry Potter money. You know,
Jeez.
it was like a big epic for everybody involved in.
Yeah.
what's the definition of living your best life? Showing your penis off.
You know,
It's every man's
British
dream,
plays,
isn't it?
man. British plays. They love showing their full frontals. They do. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Ray's got to get out of here soon.
All right. Yeah. Gotta
He has to sleep
gotta
and rest
check on the-
up so he can give us
check on
kids.
the kids.
Check out Ray on
Play
YouTube.
Marvel Snap.
Ray plays games on YouTube where he plays with himself every episode. Yes,
Ray plays
For free!
I can't believe it's not on OnlyFans. You're so generous, Ray.
Oh, thank you. You get not only one-handed, but maybe two-handed as well. It all depends on what game. So, can't wait. It's really good.
A couple of balls down the gob.
All right, so next week, yes, we'll be back, and you'll hear us the beginning of Cannon Fodder Summer as we begin with our first Cannon Fodder. Of course, it's a shocker, so
Vibro
Sugar?
wants his shtick back.
shocker.
Schultz.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
We've been recording a little ahead. So Ray, in July, we're going to be doing some Juggernaut. The first week, which we're going to be recording soon, we're actually doing Spider-Woman 3738, the original series.
Oh.
So if you want to send feedback,
hang on, is Juggernaut in that 3738?
Yeah, it's like him and the X-Men. It's like when she's out in San Francisco.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, cool.
Come on, Ray, one of the co-hosts of
He's
should've
got
known.
To Know Hers, to
Give
Fear
him a
Her,
break.
the Spider-Woman podcast. Come on.
Yeah. That was,
Give him a break.
You said 3738. Okay, right. Yeah.
Oh, yes, 3738, yes.
Makes sense now. Yeah.
All right, so everyone, yes, and then when we come back in 1 month, we'll be covering Scarlet Spider 21 and 23, so send us your thoughts. Email us, Capes.
Well, you get all the riveting Ben Reilly discussions, as you heard in this episode.
Exactly.
Kaine, in depth, thorough. Sorry, Phil.
And probably the return of number one Chuck Dixon fanboy, Dave Finn,
Right.
so... All right, so email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your new Capes and Lunatics merchandise.
Now
I'm
with
old
more
school,
episode.
That's right.
I'm old school too.
With all the logos and again, you can always just rain the money on us through the Cash App link as Little Hellfire demands. Treat us like we're that young girl dancing her way through school.
Send your fanfic commission.
Make it rain.
That's right. So, yes, Cash App just rain the money on us.
She looks like she was just
Awesome.
working a stripper pole down at Divas.
What's that?
That's Justin. That's from a drunk Justin unboxing video.
It sounded like a drunk Justin.
I love drunk Justin. He has so much material.
It's me, your old pal, the owl.
All right. So
Oh, that's naughty.
all right. So yes, and then of course subscribe to the Patreon. You don't know what you're gonna get. We don't know what we're gonna do half the time. Again, the May episode is just random BS, so yes.
Based on that Moon Knight meme, yes.
Yes!
Yeah.
You'll see it.
Random
That's the
bullshit.
cover art. It's a random. All right, so find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right. All right. Special guest star, Miss Lilith Hellfire. Thank you for guest starring on Ultimate Spider-Cast. Where can people find you?
You can favorite your you can friend your favorite internet granny on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram or Threads. Or, if you have some content you need comments on, just at Lil Hellfire69 on TikTok. That's not where I post content, but I will comment.
Either do the 6 or do the 9. Don't pull it out unless you're going to use it. That's true for guns and penises.
The best life tip I can give anyone.
It's all rape and murder, I'll tell you that.
Well, the Jackal did show up, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
All right. And the most requested Lilith Hellfire drop.
Your mother's a whore!
That's it.
At least it's not the Russell one that scares Ray.
Oh, yeah. No.
So aggressive.
I know.
Oh,
Ray's like, that sounds like something for The Exorcist.
Yeah, it does. The record played backwards.
Your mother's a whore!
It's crazy.
All right, Ray. All right, the High Priest of Conchu and Sausage. Yes, where can people find you podcasting and playing Marvel Snap and talking about Batman?
Thank you very much, Phil. You can catch me at Ray Pod. I still do Moon Knight podcast episodes of the new issues only at the moment. So Rebecca and I are due back in June. To Know Her is to Fear Her, Spider-Man podcast. Just Sarah and I are just trying to find some time that we both are available, which is good, but we're still going strong there. Predator and Prey. I'm there with the drunken Justin. We're loving it. We've got an episode coming out soon. I've just got to edit it. It's in the bank. And as well, YouTube. Ray Plays Games. Go check it out. Where I play, one-handed or two-handed solo. It's good. Marvel Champions, Marvel Legendary. I don't want to hear this Marvel Snap stuff. It's Legendary or Champions.
Quick question about Marvel Legendary. Did you get the $20.99 set yet?
Upper Deck are just really hard to, really slack in distributing. We're still getting it on pre-order, like in Australia. It's out in the US. Yeah, no, but I'm definitely going to get it.
Okay. I play the 007 one. Yeah, I can see.
Oh, James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a James Bond one. Yeah.
Yes, I want to get that. But I'm just kind of knee deep in Marvel Legendary. But I've heard the James Bond is very, very good. They've got like 2 expansions already, right? Yep. So yeah. I'm definitely going to get that. I've got all the other Legendary encounters, and I've got Buffy Legendary as well. So just a bit of nerd speak here, Phil. So yeah, it's good. Legendary is a really fun game. So.
No, just Lilith checking your cred. Yeah, what do you know about these games?
I spy on the channel. He does good. He does good.
Lovely. Well, I did record one just recently, but I'm not going to put it up because I got really, really annoyed. So I'm not going to put up the Patreon.
That's for the Patreon.
The Darker Ray. Yeah, Patreon. Yeah. So you're pissed off, Ray.
Go ahead, throw it in.
All right, so. All right, thank you guys. Thank you, special guest star Lilith Hellfire.
I would say anytime, but that's a lie.
Well, yeah. I think it'd be pushing it to get 2 Sunday mornings in a row. Oh my!
Are you fighting a drop bear?
That's a bug spray.
All right, shock it next time. But until then, so we go back.